Hello everybody and welcome back to my search for armadillo gear. So on a recent episode I asked for you guys to come up with words for the A and G on the episodes, and you guys came up with so many different ways to make A and G words work, and I really appreciate all of your creativity. So keep the comments coming, guys, and perhaps you'll make the next episode a search for silver. Oh, and did I mention that we're searching for silver today? We got a box of nickels, check it out. You can see it on the GoPro here. Man, these are probably the heaviest boxes out of the halves and the dimes, which is mostly what we're hunting because that's the best chance that we have at silver. These are definitely the heaviest boxes. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and cut into this. The seal is still on the box, so we're going to go ahead and open that up. Just got to cut on either side here, and then I think we should be good to go. Or not. Alright, there we go. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got in here. Got the blue rolls, non-see-through, and oh man, for a second there I saw that and I thought that these were going to be all uncirculated coins, but then I flipped to the other side and noticed that we had a different type of Jefferson there. So looks like we are in luck today. Going to be going through these looking for silver nickels, and also there's plenty of other oddities to find. I have actually an entire collection right here that I'm trying to fill up. Only a few spots left, but I am sure that we will be able to find something at least within the next few episodes. The ones that I need left in this collection are fairly rare, but there are some silver ones that we need, and if we find any silver nickels, then we'll be sure to put them into the silver bag and mark them down on the tally. Alright guys, without any further ado, let's just get right into this box, and as always, enjoy the montage. Okay, so we just finished up the top row of the nickels here. Nothing too interesting that I just had to turn the camera on for, but I figured I found enough things that I just show you what I got in the first top. So I got a couple of 41s. They're old, but they're not hard to find. Especially the same thing with the 46s. Not too hard to find. I'd much rather find a 2009 actually, because those are much rarer, even though they're a newer date. But I also got a 52, 58, 59, whole bunch of different things. Really nice looking 1964 there, so those are nice. And oh, and I also got this Canadian nickel, and the special thing about this is that the date on it is 1969, which means that this is actually made of 99.9% nickel. And if you didn't know, the American coins and I believe the coins in Canada today are made of actually 75% copper and 25% nickel, with nickel being a much more valuable metal. So this coin I believe is actually worth about 6 cents. So you actually are gaining money if you find enough 99.9% Canadian nickels. Also, you might have realized that I am pulling out these buffalo nickels. It's not because they're valuable or anything. I do actually have a reason for that, but I can't reveal it just yet, so you guys are just going to have to wait and see. Alright, I'm going to dump these nickels here and move on to the next row here, and we'll see what we can find. Enjoy the montage. Alright guys, I'm just about done with the second row here, and I just stumbled across something that is really, really nice. If you take a look at this on my phone here, that is a 1950 nickel. Now I haven't flipped it over yet, but something that you should know is that the 1950s were some of the rarest years to find nickels. If I take a look at the collection here, let me just check for you real quick the number on. So 1950, there's 9.8 million of those. And 1950D, which is the rarest one in the collection, 2.6 million. So I'm hoping for a D here. This is in really nice condition. Let's see what it is. Nope, just plain. Oh well. I think that's the third one that I found, and I've been doing a lot of nickel roll hunting, but that's only the third one that I've found. This one is in excellent condition. Really beautiful coin. So that's a great find. Let's go ahead and just look through the rest of this roll, since, you know, we're already here. So let's see what else we can find here. Boy, that one's pretty messed up, isn't it? 87, I believe. 62. I usually keep the pre-1960s. Some people like to keep, I don't know, 64 and before. There's a lot of 64s, so I usually just steer clear of those. But yeah, so I mean, it's really personal preference what you like to keep and what you don't. Oh, well, that's gonna do it for that roll. Guys, that 1950 is just so nice. I'm really excited to have that one. I think that's actually the oldest pre-1960 coin that I've found so far. Or I'm sorry, not the oldest, just like the best condition. I also found another one of those pure nickel Canadian nickels, so that's pretty unusual, and this is actually looking like it's going to be a really good box. Hopefully we find some silver, find some buffaloes, maybe even some V nickels. Alright, let's keep going. Okay guys, I just got down to almost the end of, I'm like halfway through the box and almost done with this roll here, and I just saw something that I just cannot believe. This I have never seen before. Take a look. So right on the end of this roll here, look at how shiny this coin is. I thought that it was just a newer coin, but then I saw that date, 1942. And you may or may not know, but 1942 they made both clad and silver nickels. So I was hopeful, turned it over to the back, and what do you know? It's got a P on top. That means that it's a silver nickel, guys. So this is obviously a cleaned coin, but there's no way that I was going to be able to tell that that was a silver nickel from the edge, because normally the edges of the silver nickels are dark and you can point them right out. But this one was cleaned. It's very slick, very worn down, but it's a cleaned silver 1942 P war nickel. That's something I've never seen before, but I'm really, really happy to have that. And this box, man, this box is turning out to be one of the better boxes that I've had so far. The rest of these don't look like they're anything, but I actually found another nickel, Canadian nickel. So that's the third one. I barely ever find these, but there's a lot. I mean, here's the clad one. So we got 6 so far of those, and a 1950. I mean, look at that. This box is going to be good. I'm hoping for something old out of this soon. I already got a silver. I don't believe we need that silver in the collection, but it's just so cool looking. So, alright, we're going to keep going and see what else we can find. Alright guys, so we're down to about 1 row left in the box, and just recently I got a couple of interesting enders that I thought I would show you real quick. So let's go ahead and take a look here. As you know, I've been getting a ton of Canadians in this box, and here's a Canadian ender. This is a more modern one. I believe these started in the early 2000s, but so there's one of those, a recent Canadian coin. And here I think we have a pretty old coin here. See if we can try to reveal that date. Yeah, I think that's okay. So 1948. Let me go ahead and look at my collection real quick, just to show you what exactly are some of the rare dates that we're looking for. So obviously that 1943D, that's a silver. And let's take a look. Let's just bring it over here for a second. 38D, 38S, and 39D. This is one that I've already found coin while hunting, which is a pretty rare one as well. I've never actually found a 38 while coin while hunting, but hopeful to find one anyway. 44S is another one of the silvers that I'm looking for. I actually found this in a recent episode, 48S, and I'm hoping to replace that because that one doesn't look too good. So actually, hopefully this this 48 coin that we just got on the end, I'm gonna go ahead and open that up, and hopefully it's an S on there. But like I said, I just got a 50, which actually looks better than that one, so I might replace it. 50D, 51S, and then the only one that we need on this page is a 1955 plain. So let's go ahead and open up the 48 and see if we got an S on the end. And if we do, then we are in luck and gonna be able to fill a collection hole. So let's go ahead and peel into it now. I just read a story about a guy who found a gold coin. I think it was from the 1800s, and it was foreign. Found a gold coin in a nickel roll. So that's pretty incredible. Alright, let's take a look here. Got that 48, and what's on the back? Nothing. Alright, well, you win some, you lose some, I suppose. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of this roll. I don't see a whole lot going on here, but we'll just take a quick peek. Oh, here we go. Got a 1953, and that's plain. I don't think I found one of those yet today, so I'll take it. And 69S. Some people keep the S mint marks. I personally don't. I don't really see the point in that. But what else we got in here? Anything? Anything at all? 61. Some people keep those, but again, it's not my thing. I usually keep a 4 1960 unless I see something that looks really nice. And here we have a 1957. Not a bad find there. 57D. I actually have quite a pile of those right now. Just take a look over here. I mean, I have gotten so many keepers out of this box, especially with these Canadian 100% nickels here. Got 5 of them. I don't even think I found 5 of them in my total of corn roll hunting nickels, so that's pretty amazing. I actually know for a fact that 100% nickel, when it's just isolated like that, it's actually magnetic. So if I had a magnet, I'd show you that. I'll probably pick one up soon, but I bet you up in Canada they just go through the nickel rolls with a magnet and just see what comes out. Alright guys, just a roll after that Canadian nickel ender, I just popped out something really cool. Check this out. So here I was just going through the roll, and then I flipped this over and saw that. Actually, first I saw the 1959 here, and I was about to pull that out, so let's go ahead and put that on the pile here. But look at that. Man, a buffalo nickel. I find more buffalo nickels these days than I find silver. Can't really complain about that though. Take a look. We got a buffalo nickel. I believe it's dateless as far as I can tell. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to be able to get the date off with the nick a date. As you've seen in past videos, I use nick a date quite a bit to check out the dates on these. I'll give you a little better angle of it. Actually, I think we might be able to get a date off of this. So I'll give you a little better angle of this in just a second here with a little better lighting. So let's take a look. Alright, so here's a little better view of the buffalo nickel. As you can see, there's no mint mark on it. If there was, it would be between the E and the C down there on 5 cents. Let's go ahead and flip it over and see if we can maybe see a date on that. I'm thinking that that might be a 1920, and actually I think the last buffalo nickel that I found was also a 1920, but luckily for us, even though the date wears off on these things like crazy, the only part that, you know, the last part to go is the last 2 numbers, which is really what we need to be able to identify the date on these. I think that's a 20, so I'm just going to go with that for now. If I really can't tell, I'll go ahead and throw a little nick a date on there. But yeah, I think that's a 1920. And there we go. We got a buffalo in the roll, plus that silver, plus a whole bunch of other things. This is turning out to be a really great box. I got, what, like 8 rolls to go here. We'll see if we can find anything else out of these, and we'll see you then. Alright guys, I'm just finishing up my last roll of this box. The box that keeps on giving, right down to the very last roll. Take a look at this one. I saw the backside here, and I noticed that there was an S. So the S mint mark coins in the older dates, which obviously this is going to be one because it's on the backside, those are a lot harder to find than the S marks in like the 60s and 70s. So let's go ahead and flip this one over. And what is it? It's a 1951. That's one of the coins that we need in the collection. I just showed you a few minutes ago. So that is really exciting. This is a coin that's been evading me for almost a year now, and we finally have it out of this box. Okay, so I don't think there's anything left in this roll. Just looks like, yeah, nothing left in that, but honestly guys, cannot complain. This has been one of the best boxes that I've had so far. So let me just reorganize the finds a little bit for you and show you what we got. Alright everyone, so now it's time to take a look at all the finds from this awesome box. I got them all lined up here, and I'm going to give you a little look. So here we are, starting at the top. These are some of the older ones that aren't so rare. A whole bunch of 1941s, 46, 47, 48, 49, 52, 53, 54, 55, and then in the 56, 57, 58, 59 range, there are a lot of those. They're actually not that easy to find, but I guess this box just had a whole bunch of really nice coins in it. So here we have 7 100% nickel Canadian nickels. Those are really awesome. And then I got 5 just the clad ones. They're, you know, usually from the 2000s. I believe that's a clad. I think that the nickel nickels, as they call them in Canada, ended in 78 or 82 or something like that. So these are just clad, but I got to take them out because the coin machine won't accept Canadian nickels, unfortunately. And then for some of the rarer ones, we got 2 1940 S's. These are both S's, as you can see there. We got one 1947, and I believe, yep, that's a D. So the 40S has only 39 million, and that 47D there has about 37 million. So these are just somewhat rare. The 56 plane has 36 million, and I got 2 of those. And then on to the really good finds, which this box really pulled through for. Beautiful 1950 plain mint mark. Unfortunately, it's not 1950D, but the 1950 plain, only 9.8 million of those. This 51S, which is actually needed in the collection right now. Also a very nice looking coin, coming in at only 7.8 million, so even rarer there. Then we got this 1942 Philadelphia Mint silver nickel. Awesome find. I've never found anything like that before. And of course we got that presumably 1920 Buffalo nickel right there. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is pull this one out, because the one that we have here is in much better shape. I'm going to throw that one in the collection, and I'm also going to put the 1951S in as well. So just give me a second and I'll get right back to you on that. Alright, I just replaced that old 1950 with the new, much better looking 1950. As you can see, much better. And that 51S is now in the collection, so really coming along here. Obviously that 50D, I believe that's probably going to be the last one that we find. It's the rarest for sure. These also the rare silvers, and then the 38s, 39, and of course that 1955 plain, which for some reason keeps evading me. It seems like it would be one of the easier rare ones to find, just because it's you know, it's a lot newer. I find a lot of coins from the late to mid 50s, so I feel like I should have found it by now. But anyway, we did get that one silver nickel, which isn't going to find a place in the collection today. As you can see, we already have a 42p, and there's about 58 million of those. So kind of in the middle as far as rare silver nickels go. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my book and write down the silver that we got for today and throw it in the bag. So someone mentioned to me the other day that I wasn't actually being consistent with my measurements. Some of these are in troy ounces, and some of these measurements are in ounces. So I made sure to go through and put a T next to anything that's in troy ounces, and then for the normal ounces, which I took measurements that way, I just left it that in ounces. So I'll make sure when I go through and add up all of the totals that I am doing the correct conversions, so that I can come out to a number that makes sense. But for the Jefferson War nickels, we have 0.0561 troy ounces of silver, and since we got one of them, that's our total for today. So we're going to go ahead and grab that nickel now, and I believe, yep, the bag's right over here. Got a whole bunch of silver in there that we've been collecting, and just going to drop it in. So we're getting up there with the bag. It's getting a nice little hefty weight to it, and man, this was a really great box today. Glad to find a silver nickel finally to end the silver drought. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm having a ton of fun doing this series, and I can't say it enough, nickels, they're my favorite thing to hunt. There's just so much to find. You saw how many finds we had. And there's just so many different varieties. Go ahead and drop a comment down below. Which was your favorite coin today? Was it the Buffalo nickel? Was it the clean silver? Or was it one of those rare coins, the 50 or the 51S? Or maybe it was something else. Just let me know. Well anyways guys, that's going to pretty much do it for me today. Make sure to leave a like down below if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more, because I post content every single week. And as always, I'm Quinn, and this is Quin's Coins, signing out. Oh, and one more thing. If you're watching this on a phone or a tablet, the outro that I'm about to cut to is now viewable for you. So you can actually click on these icons that show up that say like search for silver, detecting, or anything like that. All of those things that show up on your screen, go ahead and click those and they'll take you right to the playlist. You can watch all of my search for silver videos, all the detecting videos, or all the old coin roll hunting videos. You can go ahead and click those on your phone now. That's something that YouTube just came out with, so make sure to take advantage of that. So, alright, let me cut into the outro now. As always, Quin's Coins, signing out.